All right, my friends, Johnny is joining me from Happy Console Gamer, and we are going to talk about our predictions and our speculation and desires for things that we want to see at E3 2018.
And I got to say this to begin with. Vic, how many E3s have you been to over the years?
This will be my 24th. I've been to every single one of the E3 events that has happened so far, and I am excited. How about yourself?
Do you know how many I've been to? Zero. Absolutely zero. And it's become a very different entity over the years now, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I mean, last year was the first time that we streamed on Electric Playground all the press conferences. We had our mutual buddy Baruti in.
Yes.
And we stayed in the studio and streamed as they were happening live. We're going to do that again this year. And that was a revelation for me, because every year I have gone to those press conferences. They're very exciting because you're like in the room.
Part of the excitement of
it's
everything.
Very cool, but you're kind of sort of hemmed in by what you can actually report on it. Sometimes we would shoot some material after the events and then, you know, send it back to HQ and it would be cut into a show or something. But doing it live while people are watching everything is a whole different thing.
Even I think this year I'm going to do it live myself. It's going to be a really exciting time. But we're going to start with our predictions. What would you like to see from Sony this year?
Well, PlayStation has been killing it. You know, this is a company that obviously locked in all kinds of great exclusives for itself. This year we're going to see and probably be able to play The Last of Us 2.
That's my big one.
Yeah.
That's the one I really want to see.
Which I think is going to be incredibly exciting. I also feel like what they've been doing is kind of showing us what is sort of next in the hopper for Naughty Dog, and I wouldn't mind getting a taste of what they've got post The Last of Us.
Absolutely.
Even if it's not something that's going to come out in 2019, maybe it's a 2020 game.
Just a little peek in there, seeing what else they got in the coming out. But one of my big ones is I want to see finally Final Fantasy VII.
The remake.
I want to see the remake, and I want to see a release date finally.
Do you have faith in that? I feel like there's been so many stops and starts with this thing.
Do you know what? I got to have a little faith.
Yeah.
I'll play the game. If it sucks, then we will all know it sucks. But I have a bit of faith it's going to be good. And Resident Evil 2, the remake, is another huge game.
Sure.
I'm all about the remakes, it seems. I love the games from the past, from my childhood. I want to see those all again.
Well, Shadow of the Colossus Rebuilt is kind of set. Yeah, and it's set the bar, right? So if people are looking to get into that space with a remake, they got to have to look at that. Yeah, they got to look at that. I would love to see another portable strategy from PlayStation, in response to what Nintendo has done with Switch. I don't think we're going to do that. I think that,
After Vita, I love Vita, but it wasn't very successful for them. I can't see them going that direction.
PSP didn't go as far as they want. And I've honestly been thinking about the, the sort of proprietary media choices that Sony has kept making with their machines.
Absolutely.
Terrible idea.
Yep.
It's sort of shoehorned them. And, you look at a UMD for the PSP compared to a cartridge for the Game Boy Advance, you have a pretty good idea that you'll be able to find something that will play that Game Boy Advance cartridge. Most of your PSPs will be dead, or their batteries will be dead, or they'll be hard to find.
My great UMD movie collection will be put in the closet. What's happening?
But I feel like we have moved, beyond the media, and it's all really about storage and hard drives and SD cards and stuff. So
you want to come and see them do like a Switch thing?
I would love to see a portable, real PlayStation 4. I mean, there's nowhere else for them to go with this hardware, with this current PS4 hardware, than to allow you to take that exact game experience anywhere with you. I mean, Nintendo's proving that it's a successful business.
Absolutely is,
Sony should do it. I don't think they will. They don't need to because they've got VR.
I don't want them to do any portable stuff. It's been kind of a bit of a failure for them in the past, even though I've loved it.
Yeah.
What I want to see is them supporting stuff they've already got right now.
With VR.
With VR.
Yeah.
And that's the #1 thing I want to see. They have not, last E3 was a major disappointment.
Yeah.
With VR releases. What things that they're showing?
Well, I think, the reality hit the VR developers out there. The install base for all of these platforms is still growing, and it's still an emerging market, but it's not exploding, and there isn't a huge install base out there, so they have to kind of scale back. But one thing that clearly needs to be made is an X-Wing versus TIE Fighter Star Wars space combat
thing. We both love that game,
It would be so amazing. And what a lot of developers are doing right now, and this is what I really want to see. If we're talking VR, this is the thing right here. But a lot of developers are making it VR capable, so it's like Wipeout, right? You can play it in VR, but you can also play it
regular.
That's what they should do with this. They should make a space combat Star Wars game with some Rogue Squadron single-player missions. That would be huge for the platform.
Now, I think really what Sony needs to do is get a really good Japanese licensed JRPG in VR with your friends.
But that's like a niche of a niche, though.
Yeah, but you know what? The niche people love this stuff.
Sure.
You know what? kind of dungeon exploring game like Fantasy Star or something like that in VR. Yes, I know. I can't let go of the past, but I think there's a market there. They don't have any great RPGs in the machine. Never mind just JRPGs, RPGs in general.
I hear you. I mean, like the idea of VR sort of choice is really attractive to people that have the machine.
What about a baseball simulator VR game? You know,
it should be in there.
You're hitting your dog with the fake bat by accident.
I think that would be great for sure, but I truly believe that the VR medium, needs some really high-profile, you know, vastly marketed.
The Last of Us VR, are you thinking something like that?
Yeah, they need, like, you know, I think it was a huge deal to bring Doom and Skyrim and Fallout 2 VR. I think all of that was great. But
it didn't push it too forward enough.
I know. We need Star Wars. We need Marvel. We need the mega brands.
We need more stuff. We just need more VR games. Yes. Absolutely, for sure.
Okay, so those are my predictions and my hopes for Sony. And the one that I'll go on a limb for is I think we're probably going to get a taste of what PS5 technology
I think they're going to hint at
offer.
It.
You know?
It's going to be really weird because they don't want to announce it because they know some PS4 is theoretically dead in that regard, where everybody's looking towards the latest technology coming out. I really hope not. I want more PS4 games. I'm not ready for next gen yet.
100%. I mean,
I don't want PS5
Pro is still pretty, you know, current, and you know, clearly there's more God of War to come with DLC and stuff. But maybe they do. Well, here's God of War on a potential PlayStation 5 piece of tech.
Right.
You know, to
here's
give you
Persona 6.
Yeah, here's what it could look like if you got into that.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
The big Mario demo. I'm joking with all the 1,000 Marios. Like a 2 billion, you know, Nathan Drake's running around or something. I don't know. It's funny, but I'm not ready for that. What do you want to see from Xbox? This is a huge one. I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, what games are really coming out? What am I looking
I
for?
think we're going to get Halo 6. I think we're getting it
do you think?
in 2018. I think we're going to see it. I think it's going to be on the floor. It's going to take over. Xbox needs a home run. They really do. This is their year.
More games. They need more games.
But they also need, because they keep, you know, getting cool things like PUBG, and they got the Sea of Thieves out there, and the Forza games are doing well, and Gears 4 was fantastic. But they need a home run. They need something massive.
I know.
And Halo 6 should be massive, and it should be unique. What I want out of that game is I don't want to play any peripheral characters. I just want to play as Master Chief.
Master Chief all the way.
And I want to feel 100% connected to this story and to this person and to this character. And I want to really
I'm the biggest Halo fan in the world.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've become less of a Halo fan. Especially after playing the last one, I'm like, I don't know if I'm into Halo. Then I kind of went into Destiny.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of replaced it for me.
A lot of people did. And I think one of the issues is they kind of Sonic the Hedgehogged Halo out a little bit. You know, they threw in all these other peripheral characters.
I know.
Interesting, but
weird aliens, but not that interesting.
But we're not Master Chief, and I feel like plumb the depths of this guy before you sort of throw it. It's the same thing that happened in Metal Gear Solid 2 when we're playing Raiden all of a sudden.
And
we want to be Solid Snake.
Absolutely.
You know, I think it's the same. It's the same deal with this. You know?
Absolutely. So for Xbox, I think all we want is more games. I want to see more third parties. I want to see more people in there. I want to see them saying, "We bought this company. We did this. We've done this behind the scenes."
Well,
we have this exclusive Star Wars game. Exclusivity.
I know.
We need more of that.
Exclusivity, 100%. I think we're going to see. I'm pretty sure we'll be playing Forza Horizon 4 this year.
That and Halo? I can't believe it.
Big shock. And I think we might see Gears 5. I think we might see a taste of it, but it'll be out in 2019.
I want more variety.
But here's what I want Xbox to do. I want them to announce some kind of partnership with Steam. Some kind of ability, because the hardware on the Xbox One X especially is capable of, you know, being a pretty solid PC replacement. There's already lots of connectivity and lots of back and forth with software. That would push it over the edge, and that would make people go, holy crap, if you could take your Steam, you know, log in and some of your games, and because I don't know if the Xbox would be able to handle everything on the. I think it probably would, but some kind of some kind of a partnership there would be enormous, and maybe not as great for Steam as it would be for Xbox, but Microsoft has the capital to do something that massive.
Yeah, I'm not an Xbox hater. I love Xbox. In fact, I love the brand. I love what they were able to do on the 360. I want to see them see their glory days again and get some more games. That's all I want.
Something like that would do it.
That would be a really great idea.
I mean, the Steam box has died, so why not, you know, take that idea and make it the Xbox?
Absolutely.
You know, that would be huge.
Now we get to the big N. I've never heard of this company before. Have you heard of them? They're called Nintendo.
Yes.
came out with a small device called the Switch last year.
It is a small device.
Small device. That
but mighty.
But mighty. Blew everybody's expectations. Became a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And most people that I know really enjoy the Switch.
It's an amazing machine, and it also kind of points to the idea of like a Swiss Army knife kind of system, that can do many things, which is something that I want to see Sony and Microsoft both do with their platforms as well, in terms of taking your games in other places,
Well, absolutely. I would like that, but I think Switch is doing it the best right now.
They are.
For sure. So let's talk about them.
And I feel like we know the big three that they're going to have, and if Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon and Smash Brothers come out this year, that's all they need.
That's all they really need.
And
are they? Do you know the big thing is are they going to show Metroid Prime 4 and then say yes, December release?
It's this year for sure, 100%.
Because we haven't seen anything yet. We saw that logo, and that's like in the span of a year, boom, we get a game.
It's going to be
that far along.
It's going to be playable on the floor along with Smash Brothers and Pokemon, and they will own from there. And I still want more, though. I still want more out of the Switch, especially because what was shown with Zelda and with Mario last year is that the system and Nintendo's capabilities, they're endless. They're limitless.
Absolutely blasting out.
Unbelievable. And so I would love a new IP that's sort of more hardcore gamer friendly, and I know they've got Bayonetta 3 coming out too, and I can't wait for that, but I feel like something else that sort of...
like the Pikmin from years ago on the GameCube, that was a very unique, brand new style of game.
Yes.
Something unique that is a close IP for them, a brand new start, brand new franchise.
Yeah, I mean, they've already done it with ARMS, and they did it last gen with Splatoon, but something else, one other thing that's, out of their quiver that is just like incredible and revolutionary.
And I'm always looking for something like that, but I always want the old staples.
I know.
I want the Fire Emblem. I know it's supposed to come out in 2019.
Yeah.
I like Fire Emblem. I'd love a return to Advance Wars. I loved Advance Wars. That was such a great strategy game.
I want Star Fox back, but like a real Star Fox that really harkens back to the Super Nintendo game and the N64 game, and isn't a remake and gives us tons of content and a tremendous amount of value. And maybe you can system link without everybody having to own the game and getting some dogfights with other people on Switch. Yeah, I mean, that would be amazing.
And the big one that I really want, I can't believe I'm a 44-year-old man asking for this. I want Animal Crossing again.
Okay.
That's the perfect game for console and handheld to take anywhere and do anything.
I know that's coming.
I can't wait for that.
And if they have Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Smash Brothers, and Metroid this year...
It's too much.
Boom! That's another atom bomb from Nintendo.
Well,
and that could happen.
We kind of need something like that because there's been a bit of a drought. We got a few ports, like Tropical Freeze right now is out. Great game. But we kind of been there, done that before.
Exactly.
And then obviously we got the tennis. Mario Aces is coming up.
Yeah, and the Yoshi game.
Fun, but we need some big hits. And Christmas is when they do the big hits.
Yeah.
But will we see? Here's the question, and I don't think we're going to get it this year. A Switch Pro. I don't think so. Not this year.
Well, I think they're doing some quiet revisions right now because of the hack on the hardware.
Heard about that too.
So I don't think so. I think that 1 year is too soon. But I think by E3 2019, yes, because all the other machines are going to be in full-on 4K mode, and it'll be 4K 60 frames a second and resolutions and graphics like we've never seen before very soon from Sony and Xbox. So Nintendo's going to have to counter that with something.
You think so? They're always pretty good in their little groove. They always stick in their groove way too long. You know that, too.
Yeah, and it won't have to be, like a technical parody, but it will just be an improvement for people that want that.
I would love that. That would be amazing.
Full-on backwards compatibility, I think Xbox has done a phenomenal job really proving the point how important backwards compatibility is, and I think if Nintendo upgrades their hardware, they will absolutely let you play the old Switch stuff.
Do you think we'll get a Breath of the Wild 4K one day?
Yes, I do.
It's possible, isn't it?
That absolutely.
But my God, that's a few years away. I can't see them going to 4K for a long time.
I'm sure it was all crafted in 4K because all the hardware's out there right now, and it's just been down-resed and compressed to be able to be put onto this hardware.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that, a 4K Breath of the Wild one day. That's a small tier.
But let's talk a little bit about the games that aren't the exclusives that are from third-party developers.
Bethesda, for say.
Bethesda or Electronic Arts. What are you excited about?
Well, from Bethesda, the one thing that I think most of us would love to see is another Elder Scroll game.
Yep.
It's been a little bit of time now.
I don't think they're going to do that. They've got another IP that's called Starfield that they've been that there's been some deep dives in.
And I don't know about this. It's like an RPG.
Yeah, it's another. There's actually a bunch of action RPGs in the sci-fi world that we're going to, I think, find out a lot about. Anthem we already know from Bioware.
Yeah, that's a big one I was going to mention as well. I can't wait for Anthem.
I can't wait. We're going to be playing it on the show floor. It's going to be a huge game. It doesn't come out till next year, though, 2019. But I think
just to see it, it's great.
Yeah, EA is going to be guns blazing, no pun intended with that, and Bioware is going to say, look, Mass Effect was an anomaly. We're fixing all of. I think it's going to be amazing. But I also feel like this Starfield thing, it's just like a trademark deal that they've done.
Is it kind of like a Fallout sci-fi version of something like that? That would be amazing.
Maybe it's a Fallout variation. Maybe it's a Fallout, but I feel like Starfield is this thing, this buzz thing that's been around Bethesda. That's what we're going to see.
So maybe like Elder Scrolls for next-gen systems.
Yes, but it'll be a new IP, a brand new game.
Yeah.
I think from Bethesda.
Yeah.
I also, obviously, we're going to be playing and finding out a lot more about Cyberpunk 2077 from the Witcher developers.
I keep pushed back or pushed back or pushed back.
It's way bigger than The Witcher 3 from CD Projekt Red, and it's going to be massive and incredible.
This development team is unbelievable. Yep. Behind the scenes, I bet they got something really amazing cooking.
I am fired up for that, and also Borderlands 3 is going to be coming as well.
Yeah, I like the games. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm going to lose my mind, but I did enjoy playing them with my friends back in the day. Loot hunting and all that kinds of stuff was a lot of fun.
And they've made Gearbox a ton of money, so what they've done is they've gone back and sort of prepared for this next generation of machines, and it should be insane. It should be incredible. I'm super psyched about that. But if I have to pick the thing that I am most curious about, I'm most excited for, is to find out what Rocksteady has been working on, the Arkham guys, because they've disappeared. They said
your favorite development
Batman Arkham Knight was going to be their last Batman thing, so speculation has been that they might be coming back with a Justice League game, and my mind boggles at the idea of a Justice League game set in the Arkham universe with that fidelity.
Maybe like an action RPG. You can level up the characters.
Yeah,
play
with all of those.
Co-op with your friends would be amazing.
Dude, they just went. They had this small little idea with Asylum, which was all sort of based in one building kind of thing.
It's a great game.
Incredible. Then they gave us a whole city. Then they gave us a whole city and the Batmobile. This is a team that has just, blown past expectations.
It's going to be called Batman World.
Well, that's what Justice League would have to be,
A very open world
Interstellar.
Style
I
game.
mean, the counter to that is we're going to see the Avengers game that Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal have been working on. I can't freaking wait.
We haven't seen anything of that either, which is amazing.
And we're getting the Spider-Man game, so finally superheroes are going to enter this generation.
That's the thing. Going back to Sony, we're going to get Spider-Man this Christmas. It's got to come out this Christmas.
It's in September.
September?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I have it on my calendar. All the list of games, and it's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I did remember putting that on.
Yeah, no, that is going to be amazing.
And we can't forget our friends at Ubisoft. They had a very tear-filled press conference last year.
Yes.
There's a lot of tears had, a lot of amazing games. A very family-run company. It has that kind of feeling. Beyond Good and Evil 2, they showed a lot of demo stuff, a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but now we're going to see gameplay.
Is it real? Yeah.
Yeah, is it real? Are we really getting it this year or next year?
I'm psyched for that too. And if there's a couple others that I would pull out, and these are because we're talking about what we hope will happen at E3.
We're having a bit of fun.
Burnout and SSX have both been back in the sort of public mindshare because you can play SSX 3 on Xbox One, and Burnout has the Paradise remastered games for PlayStation or for Xbox. Incredible.
Yeah.
And they're so classics, worth getting and playing now, those old games sort of redone. But God, this is the perfect time for EA to come out with a new SSX story or a new Burnout story. These are beloved brands that are fully squandered.
I think it was oversaturation. There was so many of those style of games that it kind of burnt it all out.
Yeah, and now a lot of the industry has moved to let's build a game that's sort of keeps people engaged forever and ever. And we're going to see. You'll notice that Johnny and I did not mention it. We hope there's lots of battle royale games because we don't give a crap about that.
No, I'm fine with that.
But we're going to get them. But
I
want to see SSX come back in a really massive, majestic way. And
same
with Burnout.
Some of those 90s and early 2000s games make a beautiful return. I would love to see some of those as well.
The business has shifted. They want you to keep you locked into their game forever, and they want to sell you little pieces of content.
DLC, expansion, buy this character, buy this level.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Well, the one other game, off the top of my head, I don't want to forget about the new Ace Combat.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
Wow,
that. By
that's
Bandai.
out of nowhere.
Sorry. I was just like, I can't forget this Bandai Namco.
Yes.
I love these guys.
Oh, dude, Soul Calibur 6.
Well, and
Oh
that
my
as well.
God,
You
yes.
know what? If you
Yes.
said to me a bunch of years ago, there's another Soul Calibur game, I'd be
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
interested because we got oversaturated on those games.
Yeah.
The timing is perfect for a brand new Soul Calibur on this hardware today.
And Mortal Kombat 11 as well is going to be good. This is going to be and Death Stranding from that another
my God,
PlayStation
Kojima.
exclusive.
I should have worn my goddamn Kojima Productions shirt for that one.
This is going to be an epic E3, and this was just a little taste.
Small taste.
Both Johnny and I are going to be talking a lot about what's coming up at
sure.
E3 and a lot more speculation. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Let
Yeah.
us know down below. What are you expecting? What would you like to see?
Yep.
The dreams? Will we get a new Star Tropics on the Nintendo Switch? Absolutely not. Will we get another Mother? Absolutely not. But we can dream.
We can dream. Yes,
So,
that was fun, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, guys, until next time.